Well, by this point, you might be aware that Michelle Obama has a brand new podcast, and most probably you already know also that it bombed spectacularly. But maybe you haven't understood the scope of the bomb that we're talking about here, because well, this IMO podcast on YouTube. She launched that on YouTube. Right now, she's sitting at 34.6k subscribers, which it's you can understand why it's so weird. And well, the first thing I saw when I saw the promo is on TikTok, and this stuff right here. You need to watch it. I saw this, so you have to see it as well.
Hey TikTok, it's Michelle Obama, and I'm here with my big brother Craig.
Hey everybody.
We're here because we're excited to announce the launch of our new podcast called IMO with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson.
And we just posted the trailer if you want to check it out.
Check it out. Thanks, you guys. See you soon.
Right. Yeah. They absolutely look like normal human beings. Okay. But that is the first step. Okay. Look like a normal human being. Nothing to see here. Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. First thing that I noticed that, all right. Okay. Besides how eager they look to make a podcast, the first thing that crossed my mind is that, okay, yeah, they want to do a podcast because they know that the left doesn't have enough new media, and they want to to be the new media. I have said this many times that Joe Rogan was a liberal. It's before he endorsed Trump, and I think that Joe Rogan is still liberal-ish, but you know that the liberals really want a Joe Rogan for themselves, and they really thought Michelle Obama was the one to do it, and I wouldn't blame it. Wouldn't blame them, because you know that I hadn't realized that Michelle Obama has on Instagram 56 million followers, almost 57 million followers. I mean, what? How is this possible? I want to understand. Let me get this straight. How do you promote your podcast on Instagram? Okay, many times. You create a brand new account on TikTok. Michelle Obama is not on TikTok, but she created an account for the podcast on TikTok, currently sitting at more than 200,000 subscribers, which is weird, right? The podcast itself is hosted in YouTube, and in YouTube she's got 34,000 subscribers. But in TikTok, where she posts clips, it has 200,000. It really doesn't make sense, and much less when she's got 50 million on Instagram. I mean, if only 10% of those people, maybe if only 1% of those people have gone to YouTube, she would have a silver trophy like mine already. And she would have at least 1 million views per episode. It's that simple. It's maybe not 1 million, but maybe 500,000. But it so happens that that first episode of 53 minutes, which, thank you, Michelle, for make it succinct, for make it shortish, because nowadays podcasts are like 2 or 3 hours. So who has time for that? 4 days ago, in 4 days, is barely more than 231,000 views. That is nothing. That is nothing for, again, maybe a regular YouTuber like yours truly. That is something nice. That would be something nice. But for somebody who was a first lady, all right, who has been on the New York Times bestseller list, how many times? I don't know. I lost count. She has written quite a few books. She is so loved. She has so many people on Instagram. But one thing that you need to know is that, how to say this, is that sometimes it's a bit hard to convince people to go to another platform. You know, people are cozy when on Instagram, or maybe you're on X, you want to stay on X. You are on YouTube, you like to stay on YouTube. But this doesn't translate. This doesn't translate. I mean, how can you? I was looking at her. I was looking at her Instagram right now. I'm gonna check something really quick. I'm looking at her Instagram, and in every post she has, for example, 4,000 comments, 3,000 comments. I mean, well, she's got 1,000 comments in here, 2,000 comments. She's got solid engagement and 200 likes. The only thing is that, well, you know, this social media stuff, you have to take it with a grain of salt, because what is real or what is not, I can tell you that YouTube is extremely strict when it comes to actual subscribers and actual views. I mean, I have a 5-year experience on YouTube already, so I can talk about this. But this is no, man. Well, there's a silver lining. And the silver lining is the comments. Everybody is talking about the comments, and the comments did not disappoint. Stormwatcher565, if only Joan Rivers could be here to read all the comments. Yeah. Kyle Joseph Buckley, the internet is a great gauge for just how influential someone is. The old guard media is absolutely dead. It's what we have been saying, they want a successful podcast. They will not get it unless they have an edge, okay, which Michelle surely doesn't have, and they speak clearly, like the truth. It's like Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom knows that he has to treat it very carefully. That's why in her first episode with Charlie Kirk, he said that he was against men in women's sports, and it was this outrage. Oh, Gavin Newsom is betraying the Democrats. Yeah, Gavin Newsom is at least intelligent in that regard. He said something that he knew he was going to make a steer, and now, well, Gavin Newsom's podcast is, you could say that it's more popular than Michelle's. I'm going to check out this here right now very quickly. Gavin Newsom podcast, how many? Well, he has more or less the same amount of subscribers, 39,000 subscribers for Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, 39,000. Oh, no, this is a bit on the... No, I don't want to listen to you, Gavin. Not right now. Only that with the Charlie Kirk episode has a respectable 700,000 views. That makes sense. Okay, maybe you don't subscribe to that, but maybe you want to hate watch, and well, maybe people already knew what this was about, because Steve Bannon 4 days ago has the same 230,000 views than Michelle Obama. So it's you see that maybe the first episode with Charlie Kirk was one thing, but these people think that they're going to just get audience out there. Oh, just open another podcast. All we need is another podcast. No, that doesn't work like that. Okay, ML, I love the comments. So refreshing to know all the sane people are still alive and well. Thank you. Ricky GA 1985 wanted to read the comments, but all I saw was just here for the comments before giving up. I am guilty of that. That's the first thing I did when I went to the comments. RG Sniper 2, someone here has got some serious balls. By that, I mean whoever hasn't disabled the comments chat. Pun intended, I guess. And Niketer 6685, if Hillary Clinton had made this podcast, all the commentators would have been missing. This Spark 878, do you all remember when the mainstream media tried to convince us how this woman is super popular with Americans? I think not. Because YouTube is really popular in America, and YouTube is really popular just because you can watch YouTube virtually anywhere, in your mobile phone, in your desktop, in your TV, in your PlayStation, everywhere. It would be so easy to watch her podcast, but maybe people are not that interested in what she's got to say or her guests. MKJNHF, what kind of username is this? This is really cringe. The comments are priceless, though. Yeah, we got the comments. Electro Atletico. The authenticity of a Meghan Markle interview. That was harsh. The integrity of a Hillary Clinton interview. The honesty of a Barack Obama interview. And the nonsense of a Joe Biden interview, all into one. This is well, just awesome. Dom Lucre, breaking news, former First Lady Michelle Obama might have to cancel her new podcast, IMO, after failing to gain organic views on her videos after I verified their numbers. Yeah, this is something that should have been taken off from the start, okay? Maybe with more guests, maybe when you reach 50 episodes, we can say that if this really works. Obama and her brother Craig have only been able to reach 100K or 200K, this was a bit old, views after utilizing YouTube promotion system along with the promotion features on other social medias. Without the paid traffic, just the shorts would typically generate more views than long form are reaching less than 2K views. This verifies that long-form content is paid. This would be one of the greatest failures seen by anyone in politics due to the show only airing one episode. I predict this show can't sustain the overhead by June 18, 2025 and will be officially canceled at this pace. That's the other question, how much this shows cost to make. And yeah, she had posted some shorts, which, well, they work for some people. For some people, they just don't work. And if the shorts are boring, they're not gonna work for anybody. So again, barely 1,000 views. In some cases, one has 3,000 views. This is just not. Oh, this is one of the most viral ways to get, watch on YouTube or anywhere is our shorts. So not even her TikTok has taken off. So what can we expect with the future? Well, I could expect that they're gonna feel a bit more disappointed unless they begin talking about actual common sense. But you know how our Democrats and common sense are like oil and water, they don't mix. And having said that, and talking about comments, I would really know what you think about this in the comments. Remember that you can download my 100 body language tips right in the description of this video, and you will be subscribed to my awesome emails. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.